YouTube? Welcome back to Universe X, and today we have more Red U7 reveals. And I'm gonna dive right into those because you already know we don't even like to just read them, we like to break them down. So we will get to that. I just wanna give the normal plugs very quickly. You've got the official Facebook group, which, you know, is the site where I'm getting these cards and their effects from. It's where they're announced. You have the official discussion group, and by official discussion group, I mean unofficial Dragon Ball Super card game discussion group. But that's where you're gonna see a lot of people discussing these things. You're gonna find links to videos, all of the like. And then you have Universe X, my own personal page. And then, yeah, you've got a bunch of other cool places you can go all around the net. You've got Universe X Discord, you've got a whole bunch of cool content creators. It's a great time to be a fan for this game right now. Last but not least, I want to show you guys TCGMetalZ, links in the description. They make metal leaders, and it is an awesome collector's piece. Great stuff. And while you use the code UNIX, that's UNIX, in the at the checkout, you can actually get 10% off your entire purchase. So that's awesome. If you haven't been to the channel yet, think about hitting that subscribe button. Actually, I implore you to, because my content is only going to get better and better, and I'd say it's already pretty decent from the feedback. But if it's not decent enough for you, let me know in the comments and I will make adjustments. But we are trying to grow the channel. We are on the road to 2,000, and I would like to keep that momentum going. So, last little plug, if you play Dragon Ball Legends, I do have a second channel for Dragon Ball Gaming. Tonight, the Ultra Rarity Gogeta will be dropping as a unit. Great animations, looks amazing, and I will be pulling on it. Doesn't drop till 1 a.m., so you'll probably end up seeing the video tomorrow morning, or if you're up late enough, then. So, moving past that, we're gonna jump directly into these cards. Before we put them up on screen, I'm gonna put the template up. Before, lots of these cards obviously could work for their new Goku leader. Some of them could work very well for Gohan as well, since he combos to filter, and that naturally feels like your graveyard instead of for sparking. But for Vegeta, they kind of were little stretches, because Vegeta doesn't rely as heavily on the vanillas and the challengers. In fact, it's just a small package to not minus when you play Divine Presence sometimes. But now we're starting to get a lot more cards that specifically need you to have the Goku leader, and that's going to very much so put a dividing line between what you can just cannibalize from this new archetype and put into Gohan or Vegeta, or what you need to use Goku for. So, you know, let's start on the first card. The first card is Son Goku, Sign of Mastery. I love this artwork. It's a rare. I need it foil. Counterplay, limit 1, play this card. Permanent Sparking 7. If your leader card is a mono red Son Goku card, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. Sorry, Invoker. Auto, if your leader card is a Universe 7 card, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gains minus 15k power for the turn. Additionally, if this card skill reduces the chosen card's power to 0 or less, draw a card. Okay, so there's a bunch of things to go off here. 1, he only has his cost reduced if you're a mono red Goku. Now, the couple things I like about this is he's Sparking 7, but doesn't require Universe 7 things. His leader skill does require, or his auto does require Universe 7. So this is pretty restricted. You're really only using this in the Son Goku Universe 7 deck, and you need to be mindful of that. Like in the future, if they make another, you know, red Universe 7 Goku, cool, you got this. But for now, there's only one card that makes this card work. Now, let me just put it out this way. It is limit 1. So you can't just sit with 3 in hand, open on 3 energy, and expect it to go crazy. But he's going to come down for 1. He's a 19k body. Let's just talk about that. He will be turning sideways next turn. If you haven't seen or kind of gotten it yet, between the Unison that we spoiled yesterday, between cards like this, between cards we're going to go into, between the Android 17, this deck is going to be aggressive. It is a red deck. But yeah, so this leader card is going to, or sorry, this card is going to come down minus something like 15k, and you draw a card. You cantrip. He replaces himself in hand if it kills the monster. So I'm just going to point it out here. Battle card, I guess. This is actually a really cute card. It kind of screams to me that the card value is going up. There's a lot of cards in like yellow that replace themselves just by doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that's kind of felt stressful because other cards are minuses. You get their effect, but you're not replenishing. This card can potentially kill a 15k and then draw a card. And that is really good. Like on a passive deck like, you know, Frieza or like Icarus. Not passive, but you know, a deck that can play passively. They riposte you, and you can play this card, kill the riposte, and draw a card. And while you don't have, you know, the ability to keep swinging, you will still be able to keep up momentum. And next turn, they have one more card to worry about. Or you play a card, right? And they steadfast you, and you tap an energy, and you play this card, and you kill the steadfast, and you draw one card. They added a blocker, drew one card. You added another attacker, drew one card. You both paid one energy for it, but you're keeping up momentum. This card is actually very, very neat in the sense that it's going to be able to not only come out and do its job, be pseudo removal or soften something, but it's gonna also be able to keep momentum. Next, we got Android 17, Heeding the Call. Auto, limit 1, burst 1. When your leader card is a red Universe 7 card, when this card is placed in your drop area directly or from your deck by a skill, play it from your drop area. When this card is played from your hand, draw one card. Okay, so this card is a little odd to me. One, it's better played from your hand. I would have rather it be like auto when this card is played, draw one card, because then you could have gotten a free +1 off your leader effect. You could have leader effect, mill or draw 1, mill 3. Play this card, draw 1, and maybe that's asking for a bit too much, but this guy says you can play him for 1 to draw a card, in which case he's just literally a draw 1. Or, you know, if you mill him with your leader effect, you just play him. But so far, we don't see a card that he doesn't have blocker. He doesn't have anything that's really good to be on the field. He's just 5k combo. And he will burst 1, which is going to help your deck along with its sparking. So he's kind of an extender, but he pulls himself out of the graveyard to burst 1. So it's not like he adds on to your count. I mean, he will when you turn sideways with anything and combo him, but that's just a little awkward to me. That being said, he is interesting because while he's not like a static good effect like Gohan is in the the 1-drop Gohan, he is actually able to just come in, draw 1 for coming in, and you can swing with him and he's going to get comboed and draw another one. So in that sense, he kind of feels a little bit like TN, except he's not a TP pack card that was overpriced for no reason. So yeah, this one is a little lukewarm and the art goes hard, so it's unfortunate that it's lukewarm. Move on to the next one. We have Golden Frieza for the universe's survival. Now, this guy is pretty hot, okay? He's got dual attack, sparking 7. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and gain the minus 15k power for the turn. Now his activate main, limit 1, red. If your leader card is a red Universe 7 Sun Goku card and there are 5 or more Universe 7 cards in your drop area, play this card from your hand. Now this is very, very important because this guy is able to do this on turn 2 if you went first. He's able to do this on turn 1. Hear me out. Let's say you're going second, okay? You can literally activate main, burst 3, or draw 1, burst 3. If all 3 of them are Universe 7s and one of them comes out as Android 17, he's going to be able to burst 1 and bring himself out, putting you up to 3 cards, right? Then you can swing with your leader, combo 17, and that'll eventually put you up to 4. Combo 1 more card from your hand, you're now at 5 in total, and then you can tap 1 to play Golden Frieza for the universe survival. And on turn 1, a 1 energy, swing for 10k, and then, or actually at that point 20k with your leader because you combo twice, and then 19k, which is a nice little bit of aggression. It's not like that's going to blow out the game, but you can kind of see how this leader is starting to pan out. He's going to be an aggressive deck. And that's kind of nice to see. We're gonna move over to the next one. You've got Frieza, Universe 7 combination. He is a sparking 5 leader, and yeah, he's just gonna draw a card. Without testing, I cannot confirm or deny whether or not it's worth to use a Universe 7 sparking leader, or sparking. I'm not, or sparking super combo. It could still be better to use Raditz, but then again, there's not a lot of self-awakening in this deck so far. And this deck seems to be able to awaken as early as it can, and it doesn't take life to do so. So this is kind of a thing that can potentially be a little odd because you have to start worrying about whether or not you want your pressure to be as early as possible, in which case you would actually use you know, a sparking leader. There's no reason not to if you're just trying to make sure that your aggro is all within the first 3, maybe at most 4 turns in the game. So yeah, that is kind of a thing that you have to kind of look at. This might actually be the super combo to run the deck. It'll be searchable with the Gohan if you run the 1-drop Gohan. It'll be able to be live literally on turn 2, potentially turn 1. By the same combo that can get that Frieza live, you can have your super combos live. So this may actually be the move. Next, I'm very happy for this card. SSB Vegeta for the universe's survival. He is a deflect and critical. When this card is played, draw 1 card and then choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and they get minus 15k power for the turn. Activate main sparking 10 for 2. If your leader card is a monocolored Universe 7 card, play this card from your hand. Okay. This card is interesting. Okay, it's interesting. It is definitely built 100% for this Goku leader. I don't see you using this effectively remotely in the starter Vegeta leader. Even Gohan struggles with this, because just to give you the math for people that may be naysayers, on turn 1, if you go first, you might play the 1-drop Gohan if you're good enough to draw it, and then you're gonna combo with Vanilla and draw 2. That's 1. Your awakening turn, if you have your Unison, again, being good, if you play your Unison, you're gonna swing. Optimally, play a Vanilla, so that's 2 engrave, flip, play, you can play Challenger, draw another 2. That's 3 engrave, okay? Now, your very next turn, you're likely going to be playing a Divine Presence, okay? That's just facts. Now, playing a Divine Presence will put another 2 in your grave. You see what I'm saying? You're at turn 3, and you only have 5 in grave. Now, 10 is fair. You can get to 10, but this means you're not using things like fighting against fate. You're not using your overwhelms. You're over comboing to a degree. And when you look at the cards that you can play, yes, Divine Presence is 2, and this card is also 2. And yeah, maybe we'll go into more of a control aspect and not, you know, run certain cards like overwhelms. Who knows? Gohan maybe could shift, but Gohan has to push himself out of his normal zone to play a card like this, whereas the Goku will do it organically. Turn 3, this card will be live, as well as cards like Divine Presence. So yeah, this is one of those cards where even though it doesn't have a leader restriction for the most part, like you could use it in Gohan or Vegeta, it's a Goku card. That being said, this is really strong. I really like it. And you can compile some of their effects. Like if you play 2 for this one and you put 15 and 15 on something, and one of these things doesn't have barrier, but it was like 30k, your opponent could play something and you could tap another energy, play the Goku, minus 15 on the 30k that was already minus 15, and draw a card from it, adding another swinger to your board. This is beautiful. Next, we have got the last card of the video. We got Universe 7 Unified. Counterattack first 1, negate the attack, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's cards, battle cards, and it gets minus 5,000 for the turn. That's pretty cool. Permanent, if your leader card is a mono red Universe 7, you can activate this card, activate battle from your hand without paying its cost. So limit 1, spirit boost 1. Choose up to 1 of your leader cards or unison cards and gains plus 10,000 power for the battle. This is a really nice battle trick. At the same time of being a very nice battle trick, it's cool that it is going to negate the attack and then soften up another attack. So that's pseudo 2 for 1, because 5k isn't like groundbreaking, but it's still pretty good. And then the combo card is Heat. It's very Heat. So this is cool, and it's Spirit Boost, so you'll be able to trigger certain things. Like if you are playing this in Gohan, you'll be able to trigger the Frieza Unison and do nothing because it has to be on your turn. Sorry, I didn't think that through. Yeah, this card is good, but so far I don't see a card that really benefits from the Spirit Boost that can be used in these decks. So we got a hefty sum of Universe 7 red cards, and you can see that even without leader locking some of these kind of need to be used in the correct deck. So that being said, I just want to know your opinion on them. I'm very excited to be playing these cards, and yeah, it's just crazy. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will start a discussion. Can't wait for the next set of spoilers. And like I said, if you are into the Dragon Ball games, or you just want to support me on another channel, tune in tomorrow to the Gogeta summons. And like I said, link will be in the description, as well as the channel link, and I'll make a post for it in my community tab. Thanks. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Sad joining number 6.